7:35 on a Friday, and our county collector is here. Hello.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I am wonderful. How
You
are
want to
you?
introduce everybody?
She brought her posse.
I did.
We're in trouble.
I have Yvette Sagapis, my chief deputy, with me today, and Amber Liddy, who is my DAV coordinator.
Welcome,
which is for
everybody.
Disabled veterans.
What do we need to discuss today? Pull
We're
that mic closer, make it comfortable. Then
we are
We're
going to talk about our disabled veterans today and giving them some information.
okay. Where do we start? What's phase one here?
I'm gonna let Amber take over from here.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine.
We're trying something new this year. I know I've been working.
Let me raise that up for you. How's that?
That's good. I've been working really diligently to prepare letters to be mailed out to our veterans to remind them to bring their letters in. Again, for those who are not aware, veterans who are 100% service-connected disabled and receive this letter can be exempted on their general personal property tax and their general homestead tax.
But
And they have to bring this letter to you every year.
Every year.
And the first time they come, what do they need to bring do they come to your office or they go to the assessor's office? What do they, if somebody who's new moving into the area, what would they do to start to claim this exemption?
Well, they need to be a full-time resident of the property they're going to claim the exemption on.
That has to be their home.
Mm-hmm, yes,
Okay.
It has to be their home, their primary home. They can't get an exemption of any kind in another county or another state. They do have to provide us each year with a letter from the Veterans Administration office.
And they know how to get that, because I'm sure they get
I'm
that.
assuming
as
they
a-
would, but if not, we can give them information on how to contact them. We do have a local veterans office that
Yes, we do.
will assist them with that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
now,
Okay.
is that a letter establishing the permanent disability or 100% disabled?
Yes, it will state that they're 100% service-connected.
So that would show that there wasn't a change, that they didn't go from
Yes.
100 to 85 because they were able to correct something, and
Yes. On a rare occasion, it will change.
probably more going the other way, going up than coming down. So even somebody who had been at a high percentage of disability who moves up to that 100%, they would obviously be eligible from that point going forward then, because they would then be 100% disabled.
We have seen some of the statuses change where they go down.
Really?
So that's one of the reasons they have to reapply each year. They have to bring us the new letter that they get from the VA office.
Okay.
Wow.
And it covers your real estate tax on that primary residence, not a vacation home or anything, except for like volunteer fire department and like special assessment type
They would
fees.
have to pay late fees and the specials, such as fire department, yes.
or any special assessment that may be on it. So
Correct.
they do that, and their personal property though is in there also. So if they have a car, a boat,
Right.
that type of thing,
So it
that-
covers real
that's
estate
all
only, not
exempt.
personal property. Is that right?
No, it covers
It covers
your,
personal.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
As
that's
long as there's
exempt
no
too.
late
and it's
fees.
yours, not your kids or your cousins or
Right.
some. It's yours. So it's a great benefit that the state is giving, and it's from the state, right?
Yes.
They're the one who set this policy. So it's a good benefit for the veteran, but it really shouldn't be abused and beat up and used, and like I say, trying to get your cousin's car on your personal property so that you can save $20.
Right. The last meeting, the collectors meeting that we attended, that was one of the things that came up is, just to remind everyone, it is not a guarantee that this is an exemption that will be given every year. So if the legislatures found out that, a lot of the veterans were abusing it, they could always take that benefit away from them if they saw a need to.
Yeah, yeah. And in usual fashion, it's going to be a very, very small minority of people that will abuse any system that will cause changes for everybody. It's like group punishment when you were in grade school, when
Yes.
when they would make the whole class do something because little Tommy was a bad boy,
That never happened to us, did it?
or the Marine Corps, where it would be massive group punishments because of bad little boys.
What else going on in the collector's office?
You guys busy now this time of year? You should be getting the banks and stuff, the mortgage companies making their payments and things, right?
We have received most all of them. So last month was our busy month when it came to that.
Okay.
It is slowing down when it comes to the amount of people coming in at this moment in time to make their payments. But another things that we're doing in the office, it's still as busy.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
with the changes we've made, we are signing on with the new software company that will get us connected with all the collectors in the state
Well,
that are part of the program. And it seems like most of them are, just like the assessors are. It's going to be the same program they use to help find their homestead credit people. And
Okay,
it's going to
good.
help us locate taxpayers who have left our area and we do not have a good address for them.
Yeah.
And so we get their tax bills back and then they go delinquent. We're going to start trying to find those people. So if they're in the state, we will find them
sure.
and be able to send them their bills and their delinquent bills and all of that.
Well, I'm
or
glad-
even an heir who doesn't realize that Aunt Sophie had some property down here that they didn't even know about.
Well, it's going to have their address on there. We're looking for the address on the taxpayer bill
Mhm.
that we're getting back. And so I don't know that I'll know of an error.
But if it goes to Aunt Sophie's house, is what I'm
Oh,
saying,
yes.
and it gets forwarded to
Yes,
the
sorry,
yeah,
yes.
that type of thing.
Mhm.
So then people will get things that they didn't know were there.
Yes.
And just to get people that forget that they had property.
Right.
Oh yeah, Dad bought that in 1972 at the sports show in Chicago and bought 3 lots in Briarcliff, and I know. See, I laughed too. And as it was coming out, I was laughing. But there's a lot of that because we get calls like that. And that's when we get it. We get them in February and March when the bills come out.
Mm-hmm.
I got this tax bill. I'm like, but that's how people find out.
Right.
Well, it's like my son went to college in Fayetteville, got married, got a job. Now he lives in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Well, he buys a car and said, well, if you're going to live in that county, you need to go register in that county because everything was coming back to Baxter County. So when he licensed a new car, he had to come back to Baxter County. I said, go see your assessor, go see your collector, get it done
Yeah.
in Washington County.
Sure. And go register to vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get it all
Go
done right there.
register to
you know.
vote as well. And is that one of the deciding factors that you use as far as where is residence, as far as your homestead and such things?
On their voter registration, it is something we can see, yes.
I mean, to help decide, because you get people that may have a place here and they may have a place in Little Rock, for
Yes.
example, or whatever.
Yes.
You know.
We do look at the voter registration. We will when we have that software, and we'll have it by January 1st.
Oh, good.
June 1st.
Oh, June 1st. Oh, okay, a couple weeks.
Yes.
Right after Memorial Day, going back to the veterans.
Yes. So another thing, it's time for us to send all the certified properties to the state as well. So if there's anybody out there that has 2012 delinquent taxes due on the real estate, it has been in the paper. And if they do not want that to get sent to the state, they need to come to the office and make those payments as well.
And what will the state do? What does the state do? I don't.
After we certify the properties to the state land commissioner, after 2 years of delinquency on the county level, then the state will hold them an additional 2 years before they put them up to public auction.
Okay.
So a total of 4 years delinquent before it goes to auction.
Because people probably don't realize that, what it is they need to do. But if you're in arrears, you probably want to get ahead of this and avoid some of those complications. They have to get help and to get some of your property back, or at least get it reclaimed for you.
Yes.
That's
Interesting. I'm glad they're doing this job and not.
boy, you got that right. So
We go wear earplugs at night to keep it from getting out, all the info.
Yeah. We try to, as realtors try to be job security for them and the work that they do, and if we could thank you, glad it's you and not me.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, visiting with Teresa Smith and her staff from the County Collector's Office. Be right back. .47 on a cloudy day. Checking the radar. We've got some showers popping up in Baxter, Marion, and Boone counties, also in Newton and Searcy County. Nothing severe at this time. There is a small shower. It looks like that's going to be around Pope and Conway County areas. Wow. The
Hey.
warmer it gets, the more we're going to get today, it looks like.
That's okay. We can use the rain.
Sure we can.
Stay out of that drop. Look
Boy,
at
it's about
California.
as green as Dublin on St.
Boy,
Patrick's
it
Day
is.
around here.
It is
Wow,
pretty, man.
it's
And the
nice.
roses, I don't know if you noticed, like all the roses in Baxter and Marion kind of just exploded.
They have.
This past
Yeah.
week. It's like,
Yeah.
wow. So it's
I
just the
went
right
out there-
combination of temperature and
I went out
moisture.
to Camp's Plants for Mother's
Yes.
Day and bought 4 big, huge, man, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the
Wow.
outside stuff looks good. We were talking about the letter that the veterans have to bring in. How many veterans actually avail themselves of this program?
The county has about approximate 300 disabled veterans.
Okay.
We've only received about a third of those letters, so
So the guys need to get on it if they're looking to get this benefit or continue this benefit. They need to, guys, girls, whatever the case may be,
right.
and get moving.
Especially if they have mortgages.
Yes. And we want to remind those veterans that have a mortgage that the sooner that they bring that letter in, the sooner that the money can be put back into their escrow account.
Uh-huh. Or which may either change the payment that they're making because their taxes wouldn't be as high. So
Right.
it would actually, it would change
Yeah,
the
it can
payment, their
affect their
monthly payment.
payments, yeah.
Sure it would, sure it would. I mean, not a lot, but it all adds up. And if you're 100%, you can be in some pretty dire straits, so every little bit can help. There's no doubt about that.
And we also want to remind the veterans that they really need to have that letter into us by the 15th of October.
Okay. And now's probably a good time to tell them in May so that it gets done by
Yes,
October.
yes.
Because we know how things like that can go.
Because they should have already received their letters from the state. They should get them at the first of every year.
I'm starting to say that should be like a January 2nd issue.
Yes.
Yeah, so that should come out like just before the tax bills come out, and then they would know,
Right.
and they'd be able to take. And do they have to physically come to the office, or can they fax them, email them? I mean,
No, they don't ever have to come into the office.
Oh,
In
okay.
fact, they don't even have to sign anymore, unless there's a widower, or a dependent.
so they just take this letter that they get from the state and they just mail that to you then, or
They can mail it, they can fax it, just
Email it.
and
email
you-
it.
numbers, the address there, you guys are located,
Number 8 East 7th Street.
you're right next to the assessor's office, right across from the courthouse, because not
Yes.
everybody's been here all their lives. So
Right.
they-
Uh-huh.
we forget
Like
that
us.
as we talk to things. Well, but really, and we do. So it's right
Actually,
on the
their-
square. They could
Actually,
go-
their office was Ben Franklin when I moved here.
and they could. And what number could they call to get if somebody has a question? What number can they call?
Yeah, it's 870-425-8300.
8300. Okay. And they can call there if they have any questions or find out how the best way to get that to you. Because like I say, people move here all the time and may not even be aware of what they need to do. And then you could walk them through that. Probably wouldn't have to go through the whole thing, but you could walk them through that process of getting started and
Right.
get that benefit that the state has given to
That's
the
right.
disabled veterans. 100% disabled.
100%, yes.
Okay. That's a thing.
Dumb question of the day. Has there been any work towards people that just, instead of having to come in on October 10th and writing one check, to where they can drag that out over 6 to 12 months? Is that going to come to fruition ever?
For the
It
average
already
person.
is.
Good.
Yes, you can make whatever amount of payment that you want between March 1st when the books open up until October 15th when.
Oh, 15th.
Yes. So yeah, the person can take their tax bill, divide it out between those months. They can pay us $5 this week, $10 next, 50, however it works for them. They can pay. They can pay online. They can come to the office. They
Wow.
can call. We have made it as easy as we possibly can for
That's
the
great.
payments to come in.
Great.
So yes, you can split your payments up however you want to.
Yeah, 'cause that's, we're
make
talking about what,
payments.
6 months, a 6 month period. That would help people a great deal.
Yes. But whatever's not paid by October 15th will go delinquent, and the taxes and penalties will be added to that.
Yeah.
So.
But it cuts down your excuses for not having it paid by the 15th if you had all that time to get it paid and do it in increments even to
Yes.
help lessen the burden on you as a taxpayer. That's good. It is good.
Does it help you to get it at a more even flow instead of one lump sum on the 15th?
All the taxing entities love it to come in evenly.
Sure.
I would-
Sure. I mean, I'm sure when Mickey and the boys and girls sit at the quorum court and they're trying to dole out whatever funds and take money to rob Peter to pay Paul, it's good to know that Peter's got the money
Yeah.
Yes.
to give to Paul.
Very true.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else, y'all? Total silence.
Well,
Covered it all.
well, the only other thing that I want
yeah,
to talk about
yeah,
that
okay.
has nothing to do with the veterans,
Okay.
and it's the other thing that's dear to my heart is animal control.
Okay.
So I'm happy to say that as of just a few days ago, We have collected from the taxpayers over $30,000 for the animal control, the voluntary
And it's
animal
a voluntary,
control. Yes.
yeah.
And so we do appreciate everyone who have paid their taxes already and who have included that voluntary $15. And some people pay more.
Well, I'm sure.
Some can pay, you can pay less if you want to. We just have to do it a little bit different. But for everybody that has contributed to the animal control, we want to say a special thank you for that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a very important issue here in Baxter County.
It is.
And constantly being addressed because the needs are many because those little critters are running around all over the place.
Yes.
Spay and neuter, spay and neuter, spay and neuter.
I just noticed a post by Sheriff Montgomery, the Norfolk Pioneer Days Parade's at 10 o'clock tomorrow, starting at the Wolf House.
Oh, good.
Yep.
It'll be good. Norfolk's a nice little town. I like the
Gorgeous town.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, the Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department Auxiliary is holding a bake, craft, and yard sale on Saturday, May 30th. They changed that from the 23rd. It's going to be at the main fire station at 12101 Highway 201 North from 8 until 3. They'll be selling baked goods, and the public may rent tables at $5 a table in a climate-controlled hall to sell their craft and yard sale items.
So you got an extra week to get your projects done.
Boy, I'll haul some of my junk up there.
It's crafts.
I'm sorry.
Hot jump.
Take some of my Robert Goulet albums up there.
Well, that may work. That may work.
508-4847. And let's support our volunteer fire departments. Also, Henderson's, they've got all kinds of things going on at Henderson, too. So
Do it.
give Henderson Volunteer Fire Department a call and see what's going on over there. I left the PSAs in the other room.
That's a good place for it. Real good.
Anything else? We got a
Especially on,
minute.
especially on the weekend. Doesn't just-
I always come up a minute short on Friday.
See? That's what you get from Huckabee runs for president and just wrecks day.
Wrecks my
that
whole
was, That was
clock.
what it was. Jump in. What do you got?
I was just going to remind everybody if they have any questions, they can call us at the number 870-425-8300. They can also find us at baxtercounty.org. They can get information about our office there, and we also have a live chat feature there that they can
Really?
get a hold of us
Really?
on. And Amber is also our social media manager, so you can get us through Facebook at Baxter County Tax Collector. Just go to our page and like us.
Cool. And the county's got a really good website. It really does. There's a ton of information in there. You in all of county government, all the different links that you can get to different things and assessment. You can do your stuff online now. I mean, there's a lot of Mickey and the kids that all you guys, girls that have stepped in over the past couple of years have really made a huge change to Baxter County government.
Yay.
Well, really.
They have.
When I look at when we came in, just the short period of time that we've been here and seeing the way it is now, it's really made a difference.
Thank you.
And you're all to be congratulated for that.
Well, the weekend is upon us.
Yes, it is.
The theme song is playing. I'm out of here.
Oh, okay.
See you on Monday.
Bye.